Morning folks, it's Sunday. I'll tell you the date later. I'm filming in HD now, and I'm filming in black and white. Watch it. Good girl. So I don't know whether this black and white copy is going to be any good, so what I'll do is just mix it up and go, that's better. So what am I going to do today? Quite a bit. One of my allotment neighbours there, he's packing in his garden now, so he's got quite a bit of stuff to give us, so I'll be busy with that. First of all though, kettle on. See you in a bit.
Dave at the allotment. Dave, what are you after this afternoon? Still cracking on at the allotment? Get the kettle on. It's Dave at the allotment. See you in a bit.
Well, as you know, putting the kettle on, that's the first job of the day. I like to have a cuppa, you know, and ponder my thoughts about what I'm going to do over the next few hours. There is quite a bit to do actually. I'm going to clear out my fire pit today for two reasons. There's one, it's getting quite like chocker with like potash and that, and another thing is I don't want to. I want to make sure nothing's hibernating underneath, just in case. I would hate to kill anything, you know what I mean? Really wasp there. Aye, just while the kettle's boiling. Just while the kettle's boiling. It is autumn now. Well, it feels like it. Last week at this time I was in Scotland, and then we would have been in Glasgow now. It was much different last week, really sunny. Now it's getting quite dull, you know, murky. The nights are cutting in and all that. So you got to make the most of the dry weather and nice bit sunshine at this time of year, like. So I'll not bore you to tears. I'll crack on, show you what I've done in a bit. Ta-ra now. Well, I've got my stupid gardening hat on, so I must mean business. Right, this fire pit needs tidying up, needs clearing out before I burn all of this. So I'll get my trusty tools. And I'll start getting rid of all of this back so I can get down to the soil. See, all this is perfectly dry now. Well, I'm sure I just seen a mouse's nest, a couple of mice running in there, like so. I'm glad I didn't just burn it straight away, you know. So you should always check. If you're going to have a fire, always check, just to make sure there's nothing there. So I'm going to find a bucket or something and dig out all of that stuff that's in the bottom there. Hopefully I'll not disturb any mice nests. There's quite a bit there to dig out, so I'll crack on with that. I'll find a big tub or something to put all the stuff in and then show you after that. So I'll see you in a bit. Well, right, that's that bucket there, filled. And if you can see, I just turned this radio off. I'm listening to the gardening programme but I better turn it off just in case I get wrong. All this here, it's just like all last year's fire remnants. I never burn any sort of plastics or anything like that, it's just wood and weeds. I've dug quite deep down there. There's still loads, but that's deep enough for me. I want to get all this burnt off before the rain starts again. So it's been raining all weekend. It's a little break today. That's why I covered that with that pyramid thing. I covered it over. Plan ahead, you see. So what I'll do, I'll crack on with that. I'm going to look for all the old bits of wood and stuff and start a good old fire. I love fires, me. Right, there's the fire prepared. So I've just got to wait until it's a little bit later, because there's some people still out in the gardens and what have you. Don't want to disturb them. But here's the pile that's ready to burn. All that there. I've tidied up my path. Nothing better than a tidy path. That's my new motto. I only done that because I'm, like I say, I'm waiting for someone to come and give us bits and bobs from his garden. But check out this new tool I've found. Perfect for doing. It only took seconds. It only took seconds to do the path. I'll give you a quick demonstration. There you get the gist. Something like that. Cleans the path up lush though. I suppose it's meant for snow and that. And that's a little bit rusty, but it's still got a sharp edge on it there. It does the job for me. So like I say, I'm just waiting for the time to pass. I do a little bit more tidying up and what have you, but first of all I'm going to have a cuppa. So, see you in a bit. Right, these runner beans need to come down now. Getting plenty on. Easiest way, just snip them off from the vine. Because I'll be pulling the whole plant off now, like. Lots of runner beans for us this year. Sun's come out there as well, so doesn't make it much of a chore. My sweet corn will be coming up today as well, because that's knackered. I didn't know you had to leave it until it got tiny, but I'll crack on with this and I'll tell you all about it later on. So I'll see you in a bit. Well, as you can see, my little pile of weeds has turned into an extremely big pile of weeds. So I've done quite a bit of tidying up today. Going to make the most of this dry weather and get this fire started. The secret to having a good fire is starting off with good kindling. A couple of bits of newspaper, but the finer the wood they get, the better. And just let it go. Lesson 1, how to light a fire. Then once the wood's got a good hole and I've got a good few bits of bigger bits on, I'll start piling all of this up. Get some smoke on the situation. Fire. Careful with the axe, Eugene. Nice thin bits like that. Woo. Yeah, took me beard out there. So I'll let that fire burn away there, then start stacking. So I'm going to start packing. So I'm going to get cracking and have a cuppa. See you in a bit. Smoking. Well, it shouldn't take too long. Time to have me cuppa. Thank you. I now have a song. Oh, honey. No, what are you doing? Damn it! Come on, jump down. Fun with a fire. Oh, here comes the smoke. Up in smoke, that's where my money goes. In my lungs, or sometimes up my nose. Right, it's died down. Right, once that's died down, I'll show you around what I've been doing today. So, from Smoky Dave's allotment, I'll catch you in a bit. Well, it's almost 6 o'clock now. In fact, it's 6:30. Shut up, Annie. She's hungry, she wants to go home, so do I. But, like I say, autumn's coming. The nights are starting to get a bit darker now, and I just wait for this plane to go across. Aye, autumn's coming, and it does. You can't tell a difference, but what I have noticed is over the past like couple of years since I've made videos. It's no point in me sort of teaching people anything, because, well, unless you live further north than what I do, because everything's sort of grown by the time, and it's weird on YouTube sort of watching everybody at the same time, but where everything's different, like the 6 weeks. I was in Scotland last week, and like I don't know if I mentioned before, but the sweet corn there is well behind compared to mine, which is finished now. And then I was thinking, well, how is that? And then I thought, well, because they've got 6 weeks left of spring, whereas we've had ours, and down in London they've had theirs well before us. So, well before us here in Newcastle. So it's always 6 weeks behind. There's always time to catch up though. Another little bit of advice there while I'm waiting for this fire to burn down is, no matter what you do, never be too eager. Don't try and think things will grow like now, because they won't, especially down in London. You might be lucky, but just don't be too eager, folks. That's all I can say. Crack on, slowly but surely. So while this fire's burning down here, I'll give you a little quick tour of what's been happening. So I'll see you in a bit. That in dog language means it's tour time. I'll quickly run round because it's not much to show you anything really. So apart from here, there's a nice little rose for you here, look. That's called peace. And this actual plant will be about, well, 20 years old at least. I have been waiting for the lad who's got a garden a couple of doors down. He's packed in, so he says I could help myself, but he's just texted us before he's still at work, so I'm going to have to do that another day. So while I've been waiting for him anyway, I've been tidying up. All my beans are down now. Well, I don't put them on the compost heap because it's mainly just like string, and it takes ages for them to like break down, you know. Plus, you know, you cannot put everything on. That's all tidy. The weeds have started growing back. It needs another forking over. Here's my Christmas potato, and it's doing okay. Better than the other ones. Now I've been earthing this up quite often, and that's what I've noticed. A couple of videos I've seen, people put the potatoes straight in the ground and they don't earth them up. You need to earth them up. That's how they'll be dying off quick, you know. Sorry about that, I had to just quickly change my batteries. Like I was saying, the tatey itself is at least half a foot deep, and then you've got to earth up at least a foot, you know. Otherwise you'll not get any potatoes at all. Well, that's the way I've done it anyway. Like I say, my beans, runner beans, borlotti beans, blue lake climbers are all up. My sweet corn was a failure, but now I know why. Thanks to everybody who let us know what I did wrong. Next year I'm not going to bother growing them. I'll just grow the ones I usually grow, which is called Incredible. So Ken, I didn't do it wrong. Okay, right, back onto the tour. I burnt all that pile of fire there, all that pile of weeds which was gathered, and now I've got another pile which is all brambles and stuff like that. Oh, my broad beans there got rust, so I'm going to burn them. But I'm happy with what I've done today. Got rid of all that rubbish. There's still plenty fire left in that fire. I have tidied up round here a little bit, even though it still looks a right mess, but it's better than what it was. This bit here. Now, I have a plan that goes all the way around there. It was going to be like a little greenhouse sort of thing, but it was too dark, so I didn't bother. But my little plan is, because this part here gets quite a good bit of sun, and this little section in between my greenhouse and that would make a perfect little potting frame, sort of, I mean, cold frame type of thing, which could be like from there down and along. So that's my plan. I've got enough stuff. Oh, look at, by the way, look who's sitting there having a bit of a chill out. Check out these trainers now. Better trainers than me. Comfortable there, you sonner? Get yourself a kip. Oh yeah, that's that corn. It's went off, it's all gone hard as well, so the birds can have that, because it's pretty hard to eat corn on the cob with no teeth. 10 points to anybody who can guess what quote that film is from. Here's me Blue Lake climbers and the rest of me runner beans there. That'll do. I'm bloody sick of them. Freezers, chocolate block with them. I've had a bit of a tidy up in here as well. That's my last cucumber. Well, not my last one. There is one left, but it's a weird shape and doesn't look like it's going to come to anything. All the tomatoes are out. There was a few weeds growing in amongst it, so I've pulled all them up. And my grapes are still coming on thick and fast. Ripening up a treat. They taste nice as well. Best so far what they've tasted like. Oh, and this vine has taken, I would say, 8 years to get to this, where there's just bunches of grapes on all over. So it does take time. I'll show you the outside bit of it now. I can get past anyway. It takes quite a few years to get a good established grapevine, like, so you've got to persevere, I suppose the word is. Now this is the bit outside, which really, because originally the greenhouse where it was coming from was up to that bit of door there, you know, that glass door, and that was the edge. So it was planted outside with the roots, and then it came inside. But with the greenhouse not being there and this one there, I've just had to train it through that window, as you know. It does alright, like, but eventually I do want to have it so it's in the greenhouse altogether. So, I don't think there's much else to show you. Oh, these chairs, look at them. Very, very posh looking, kind of comfy as well. Found an escape. There's not much happening in this greenhouse. Ah, these chilies. Oh, peppers, should I say. Now them are definitely bell peppers. Not bad either. Bit smelly, but you know. But these don't look like bell peppers to me. I daresn't bloody eat one because I might burn my mouth off. But these ones are definitely, like, you know, I know what the difference between a bell pepper and not a bell pepper is. But I'm definitely not going to eat one of them. These croissants are really late. They should be outside now. They haven't even started budding. So I don't know what's happened to them this year. They are winter chrysanthemums, like, so they might be still it is just still September, so there might be a few time yet. Bit time left yet. So anyway, before I bore you all to death, I'm going to sign off now. Catch you in a bit. Thanks for subscribing, thanks for commenting and everything else. I really appreciate it. 661 subscribers now, which I'm very happy with, so thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ra now. Alright, son, how's it going? Look, he's cheeky, isn't he? Aye, I'm talking to you, Jackie. You're lucky you didn't go on that fire over there. Aye, that fire. Aye, thinks he's cheeky. So does Annie. Anyway, from me, my mate Jackie here, I'll catch you in a bit. Yes. Right, just before it gets too dark. It's 7:15 now. I was just about to leave, but my mate come, who's given his allotment up, and I've been getting some things. There's plenty more to get, so I'll show you what it is before I go, because I'm starving now. First thing, a new wheelbarrow, which is good. These are fire bricks, so maybe rocket stove Mark II will come up soon. And that right next to Jackie's feet there, it's a canny new little burner thing. Nice. But that's not the best thing, because that's up here. What a belter it is as well. Thank you very much, Mark, for these, because it's awesome. That's a bit of AstroTurf there. It'll go somewhere. That's not what I was going to show you though. You might be able to see them now already. These heavy duty. I know it's only USB, but there's 16 sheets altogether. It's just come before. I've took 4 there. I can't be bothered to get the rest. So there's 16 sheets of that, and there's about 50 lengths of this decking. Solid, good, solid bits of decking there. But also, I've locked up there now. He's just came about 15-20 minutes ago, give us the key, and then left. Like I say, it's 7:15 now. But this is the garden here. See if you can see over. All there are the OSB sheets, and the deckings at the back. There's an old greenhouse there, but that's no good to me. But at the back as well, there's some solid iron bases for a shed. So they're all well up here actually. Now this garden was just, well, this part here is owned by an old woman called Win, and it was all hers at once, but once upon a time I should say, but she got too old. It went to rack and ruin, all this bit, for about 20 years. Someone has started actually digging, but look at this, they've got a nightmare trying to get that root out there. And look what's happened, they've dug it all over and they've done a good job, but look at this. The grass and everything is just coming straight back. So it's as if they haven't even been it. That's no good really. And what he says is, this is the perfect thing. Do not use a rotavator on ground like that, because it'll just chop the weeds into millions of bits, chop the roots into millions of bits, and you'll just end up with a nightmare. They haven't even started and they've got a nightmare already. Anyway, that was a quick flick round there. I'm off this time, so till the next time folks, see you in a bit. New shed coming soon, maybe. Let's see what I can make with this stuff. Haha. Ta-ra.